What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, world? We out here living this life, right? So I had written this song a couple years ago, and it was definitely a tune that kind of describes how I pull up, right? And I always say to everybody in your situation, however you pull up, you just got to pull up on 100 at all times. You know what I'm saying? It's about positivity, living that positive life, but I wrote a little tune, so y'all rock with me for a little bit. This ain't my track, but we gonna light it up just a little bit. So here we go. This is my first time doing some virtual stuff like this. So y'all hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. When I pull up, you gon' go insane. When I pull up, you're not gon' understand. When I pull up, my whips be off the chain. When I pull up, I don't give a damn. Listen up, don't test the flow. Fill that ass up like Texaco. A little loco, but not Waco. I keep shit alive, unbearable. And I'ma give you more. Cause when I'm pulling up, I be riding low. Yo, I got a steady cash flow. If you need a lift, you just let me know. I'm in my brand new bucket. People ain't speaking, but I'm like bump it. Come through so sick, doing the wave. I speak on big sticks, hoes ain't no shade. I'm wearing Ray Bans. I'm rubber, bruh, buy plies in the van. Got weed in the can, Midtown on hand. Pull up with the clan in 3, 2, 1. You gon' go insane. When I pull up, you're not gon' understand. When I pull up, my whiskey off the chain. When I pull up, I don't give a damn. Listen up, wait, fix your face. I got you, know you hating when I'm in the place. I'm in the yellow car, I'm driving far. ES3 stunting like a star. Yo, hey, I gotta be on the scene. Let people know I'm always clean. Letting people know I'm about my green and always I'm stirring that cream. Yo, I'm driving Stedmans. I'm running Fredmans. Yo, you wanna approach me? I'm pushing Oprah. Oh, here I go. I'ma come through and spray my flow. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat, hit the floor. Buy another round, it's on me. Oh, when I pull up, yeah, I'm gonna be in my spaceship. I'm gonna holler out of here. I'm losing it, switching gears. You're moving slow, a little slow. I need you to speed up, cause here I come, here I go. In this goddamn thing. Atmosphere's gonna change. I done lost my flipping brain, but I am about to do my thing. Here I go. Hey, if you need to know, I got a steady cash flow. If you need a lift, you just let me know. That was one of my old school joints. So when you pull up, make sure you pull up magnificent and just live your life like at 100. But nowadays we gotta kind of be aware that it's other people out there. We got to look out for each other, right? We got the Black Lives Matters movement. I'm a Black life that matters. I'm a Black art. Always happening, always will be. I appreciate Kyle for putting on this platform and letting us come out here and do our thing. It's all love. The world needs love right now. But I'm also a poet. I do a little poetry. And I'm gonna steal y'all away from all of that, what we just did there a second ago. And I'm gonna get a little deep, just a little deep. It's about living that best life, right? It's about being a zealot, right? Like going for it no matter what, right? Because right now, 100 is the only way to go. So I wrote this piece called Zealot a couple years back, and it spoke to me in my situation after I went through, some heart attack situations, some stroke situations, some situations that make you almost want to give up on some stuff, but reality settles in and it says you can't give up, right? So I had written this piece and didn't know I had dedicated it to like my life and on everything. This is my piece called Zealot. Here we go. I embrace and release the cause without a pause because I know that good shall be returned. Driven to excitement, nervousness is a cool breeze that tickles my anticipation of bluer skies forthcoming in my next arrival to my next actuality. But like fresh blades of grass, wet with morning silver dew, I push through earth. My seeds are sown, and I reach up for my blessings as if they were the red hot sun bathing me, baptizing me, saving me from my soul's starvation, because the earth that I am made of has no mercy. My dew is evaporated to get me back to the creator when I can't keep still, because there are elements wanting to dance a colorful rainbow dance of seduction, because after my rains, I'm best and fully dressed in the likeness and divinity of my creator. And though my circumstances stand tall and bold, not retreating, not withholding, not reconsidering its function, which has always been inscripted on the walls in the realm of my destiny, I find myself nestled in the bosom of expectancy. I hunger, become ravenous as the dog gone mad, in search of, in spite of, in love of, simply love. But I, the zealot, could no longer contain my emancipation of earth as I exile hosts from which my embitterment rushes out of, like waves pounding upon the shores of my heart's bloody ocean. But I embrace and release the cause without a pause, because I know that good shall be returned, because I've seen the mushrooms and daisies as I'm pushed from earth, my roots left behind me to nourish me, stratosphere above me to branch out and conquer, wings spread wide to heaven as earth bows before me in exaltation, because I am its inhabitant and I'm functioning as a seedling should. I am its inhabitant and I'm functioning as a seedling should. You, in that little screen, you're its inhabitant, and you should function as a seedling should. That's growth, y'all. Peace up to some spoken word. It's a dope piece that just speaks folds about not giving up. Your circumstance might be right there trying to knock you down. That hurdle seems higher. But when you think of your higher self, you got wings. And you can lift up above all of the craziness, the monotony, the wild, the insanity, and just soar above it and just do you like you do you best. Best. Don't settle for anything less. But yo, I'm gonna bump one more piece and I'm gonna get out y'all's hair. This is from the Floydic Funk Project. I wrote this song a couple years ago. Ooh, I should say a couple years ago. 10 years ago. It's 10 years old. So it's celebrating the 10th. But I had written this poem called My First Fall in Autumn. And it just spoke to a song situation, right? So I wrote this song, didn't have a track, go to the studio. This dude gives me this track and it's like, bam. But this is one of my joints. A lot of y'all, if y'all follow me, you know it. I'm gonna try and sing this, but first let me take a sip of mi agua, mi water. I'm talking a lot. Those that know me know I talk a lot. Sip up to that. Sip up to peace and quarantines and COVID patients getting better, because you in it to win it. Don't give up and don't listen to what's stupid out there. Do you. Sips water, looks the other direction. Huh. But either ways, this is my single Autumn Flower Girl. Y'all rock with me a little bit on that. And then I'm gonna get out your hair on that. So peace up and y'all check this out. Let's see. said, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. You are, you are, you are, you are. Yes, you are everything that I want and need. Yes, indeed. You're so magnificent, and I can't get enough of you. So alluring when you're in full bloom. Your petals soft, what would morning do? Came through my life, sleepless nights. Something's wrong with the love that I got from you. I gotta let it go, baby girl. The love maybe games through. You're mine, you're mine, yeah, you're mine. You are, you are, you are, you are. Yeah, and there is nothing in the world that I won't do when we go through. I love you, your life so sweet and complete when I have you here next to me. And it's tearing me apart inside because I know you gotta leave. Yeah, I held you close, you're the most in the world, and I don't wanna let you go. No, the seasons change, now it's cold inside. It's your heart I no longer hold. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine. You are, you are, you are, you are. You're my baby, hey, hey. Yo, check this out, yo. I felt like autumn leaves falling from trees, orange, brown, and still some green. We feed for more of each other's energy, release and be free from worries. Somehow, sweet that be in the misty of my morning, the dusty of my dawn. Exhausted now yawning because your passion's working. You are, you are, you are, you are. You're everything I want and need in my world. You're my. When we go through, I love you. Autumn flower girl. Autumn flower girl. Hey, hey, autumn flower girl. There's nothing in the world that I won't do when we go through. I love you, you're so magnificent, yeah. So alluring when you're in full bloom, yeah, yeah, yeah. Held you close, you're the most in the world. Don't wanna let you go. The seasons change, now it's cold inside. It's your heart I no longer hold. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine. You are, you are, you are, you are. Yeah, there's nothing in the world that I won't do. When we go through trios, I love you. Appreciate y'all. Much love.
Hey, Symphony. Symphony, man. I love you, man. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, I love you right back, bro. Love you.
I love those songs. I the second I heard you say Zealot, I was like, I about jumped out of my skin. I was so excited to hear you do Zealot again live. Thank you so much for doing this, man. Like I say, I'm so excited to have you involved. I have a lot of questions for you, Symphony. The only thing, here's the thing, like I know you, and we've worked together, and I I'm I got to read, your background a little bit. And while I was reading it, I was just my mind just was blown every little way. I just getting to know you even more, to being your friend, but then getting to know your history. Tell me something. You have a history. I don't believe you. You have a history in on the stage going back to 1979.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it a little bit. How did you start off?
I was at Campground Church. That was my home church growing up. That was where my family worshiped. It started out doing Easter speeches and just, Jesus Wept and all this good stuff. And it was, that type of platform that I grew up in. It was never forced, but it was, a way to give back to, the world. And as much as I love it now, I hated it as a kid being thrust forward.
You said you told me before that you were shy. Is that true?
Super shy. I was like the weird dude. And in a lot of ways I still am. I still am a introvert and I keep to myself unless I'm around people.
Yeah.
And then it's totally different story.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that. So you moved from there in your childhood working kind of doing starting off on stage, is that starting off on stage in churches, and then you moved to New York?
Yeah, I got to experience New York in the 80s.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that was super dope to be a country. And although I was way out on Long Island, like way out behind God's back, a lot of culture, like urban culture, hip hop, and black culture, reached me, and it just blew my mind
Yeah.
as a young dude that grew up in the South and then ended up in New York and spending time in Harlem and Brooklyn and in Manhattan and getting to experience
Rich culture, rich heritage, rich
lots of
culture.
culture.
Yeah.
That line that was black and white was now shattered for me. So it helped me grow. It did, and I'm grateful for that.
Were you writing poetry back then as well?
I was writing things. I was writing my thoughts down.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that it was poetry until probably early 2000s when I
Okay.
moved to so I was kind of dumb to it. One would say
Yeah.
I kept a journal, and this is before phones and all this good stuff, y'all. So you had to keep your notebooks and things really close. So I have a whole spread of like notebooks from over the course of years. I'm an old school dude, so
Lots of writing. Lots of writing. I know. I agree. There's no better way than to keep a bunch of notebooks full of your old stuff and go back to and kind of. Well,
yeah.
sometimes it's good to go back, and sometimes.
Sometimes it puts you back where you
Yeah.
kind of what
Exactly.
it reminds you because I always say look ahead.
So you have a history with a lot of you have everything from dance to photography, poetry. What
Yeah.
is you? I would say what I know. This is kind of a little bit of a not okay question, but I'll just ask: what is your most used? I guess the most utilized gift.
Words like
Hmm. Hmm.
just probably I would say my most powerful tool is my poetry because it for me it feels otherworldly whenever I
Yeah.
spit it. It feels like it's something that came from somewhere else. It's not something that's boastful or something that's reaching for some attention. It's something that's to make people aware of themselves and their surroundings. So I think it's one of my most powerful things being able to give myself that way
Yeah.
because it's from a private spiritual place that I write when I'm doing spoken word or poetry in that way. It's to enlighten. It's my church,
Yeah.
my sanctuary. So yeah, it's a
Well, and
fun.
I'm thankful for it because you have that gift. You have the ability to speak, and everyone wants to listen. I know, like I say, I noticed that whenever I watched you perform live, and I know that personally when you speak, you just have that speaker's gift. I want to know something too because you worked a lot in Atlanta with. I know you worked Starlight Cabaret. You did like Lady Shabazz, and I know
Oh,
you did Mindspace. Is that right?
yeah, I had mind space with a young lady by the name of Tanya. If you're out there watching
All right.
Tanya, ups to
Hey, Tony.
giving my first MC home, learning to bring be with other
Oh no, bless him. That is Symphonicflow, everybody. There he is. There he
there
is.
there
There we go.
yeah
I knew it would come
it's
right back.
it's one of those things that opened up a lot of doors for me. I met a lot of artists. It was how I ended up in the
Yeah.
studios, which is something that was beyond me, but hey, it happened and here we are, and
I
here
love
we
it.
are.
Okay, before I let you go tonight, Sim, I just want to ask you. I want to ask you if you could collaborate with any artist in history, who would you collaborate with and why? And I guess that gives you have a lot of option with a
Oh,
virtuoso like yourself.
um, lately. I've been in this vibe of a pocket of artists that are. I would have to say Marvin Gaye because he had a certain presence that I'm kind of familiar with. It's a church background, but there's a certain like sensual thing that goes on with us. Like
Mhm.
people don't think I'm sexy,
Mhm.
but I'm sexy.
Yes.
But he I feel like he was able to compel people yet be a man of his time and a man beyond his time actually. So I remember when he passed away, I remember being a kid and that totally hurt my heart
Yeah.
the way that it happened. But I would love to collaborate with Marvin Gaye
I love
because
that.
he's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no doubt. Well, thank you, Symphony. I just want to say thank you a million times for joining in on this project. Thank you so much for helping us out. I know it's hectic and it's crazy, and these are new. These are all new things for all of us. We're doing this, the live streaming and the learning all this technology. It's all new, but I deeply appreciate your involvement in this endeavor. Thank you. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I just enjoy the ride and just knowing you, and shouts out to Sold Out House Music. I am now part of that family. Look forward to hearing some house music coming. I got some dope vocalists that I'm working with on this project. I'm finally releasing an actual project that does not involve doing choreography or something for someone else. So
I love it.
y'all support, and them tips start at 50 cents on up. Y'all hit your
Yep.
boys little first. I got a birthday coming up August 26th. Him gonna be 46 years old.
What?
See ya.
Again, I don't
40.
believe you. I don't believe you. Thank you,
Y'all
Symphony. You're
bless.
amazing, man.
Thank you. Y'all have a great night and stay safe and mask up.
Yeah. Mask up. All right, man. Thank you so much, everybody. That was Symphonic Flow. All right.